Hi, I'm Ashley from Sunny Maid, and welcome to 2025. Hello, friends. I'm glad you're here. Um, I've been a bit absent lately, and I just have filled my life with way too many things. And I think in 2025 is a year that I'm going to cut back. I don't know if you guys set rules or resolutions or pick a word. I know a lot of people do a mix of those things, and I haven't quite picked the word, but it's going to have something to do with cutting back and finding more joy in my life. I kind of had a little bit of a slump last year, and I ended up the year in a not so great place. And then I ended up sick for 2 weeks, the whole break that my kids were out of school. So we're back, right? And we're going to be better than ever. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for sticking with me through this all. And I just wanted to kind of touch a little bit about what I'm thinking about for this year. I'm going to show you a few of the projects I've gotten finished since I've seen you last. Some of them I'm in the middle of. And then let's get started with learning how to quilt. Okay, so last year I kind of did a thing where I rotated through 4 different types of videos, and I think I'm just going to continue that theme, but I'm going to tweak it just a little bit. So one week I gave you a free block pattern. I'm going to continue doing it in my red, white, and blue, and I hope at some point we can put all of our quilt blocks together and we will have a beautiful quilt. Another week, I gave you a tip week, and usually I was giving you information, a lot of just talking back and forth. I feel like I need to tweak that a little bit. Well, not back and forth, just me talking to you. And I feel like that might be getting a little boring, but I still want to be able to teach. So I started this video so I could teach you guys how to quilt, how to make things a little easier, tips that'll make your quilt blocks a little more precise, and those kinds of things. So one of the things I wanted to ask you guys is, what do you guys want to learn how to do? And what kind of things, information do you feel like you need? So put those down in the description box, and I will try to make some videos out of some of those throughout the year so that I am helping you become a better quilter. I did a free pattern every month, and those actually are pretty popular. I feel like you guys like to be able to take your fabric from start to finish, and you have a quilt all ready to go. So those are definitely on my docket. I'm going to kind of tweak this a little this year. However, I'm going to focus on baby quilts. So less fabric, smaller quilts, which also means a little more cost effective, efficient, whatever you want to word, what words you want to use. And they're a little bit quicker to make because they're smaller. And the truth is, who doesn't know someone that is having babies? I feel like I'm in this weird spot where I have friends that are having grandbabies, and I have friends that are having babies themselves. And so I'm in this like weird spot where all of a sudden there's all these babies coming. So you can make quilts, baby quilts with me. And then my last one that I did, I always called it last blocks, and that was me going over a quilt pattern with you, walking you through it, telling you what I thought of it, and showing you my finished product. And I think that's also a pretty good video. Not as popular as the free quilt patterns, but I do like to give you guys options so that you can find something that you like to do and that you want to make. So we are going to work through that. I kind of want to put a few videos in there. They may not be part of my weekly video, but I do want to show you a little bit of what I'm working on and things I've completed, I think, hopefully. I also have a big goal. I'd like to put out 2 quilt patterns for purchase. And I've never done this before. And so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm kind of excited. So you will be the first to know about those quilt patterns and the ones I'm going to put out. Okay, so let me show you a few things I have been working on. I know I have talked to you about the Brightly pattern by Cluck Cluck. So this is like the Brightly pattern, but instead of a star, you have a Christmas tree. And these blocks are almost done. I got to put a top and a bottom of it. It has setting blocks. And then you alternate between this one and this one. This is a super quick pattern. So I will probably drop my block. I will probably do a quick video on it, walking you through it. It's a layer cake pattern, and I am using Corey Yoder's Christmas line that came out this year. So this one is almost done. I work for a quilt shop, and I actually work in the long arm department, but one of the perks is that sometimes I get to take some of their fabric and make a quilt. So one of the ones that I'm making right now is a Rosemary Cottage by Camille Roskelley. I just love Bonnie and Camille's fabric. Bonnie has since retired. It's a mother-daughter team. So now it's just Camille. I think she's roughly my age. I don't know. I love all of their fabrics. So this is Rosemary Cottage, their line. And they're these cute little, I don't know, they look like flowers almost. I don't know. And you alternate them with solid prints. And so I have a whole stack of them that I'm working on, and I'm hoping to get it done by the end of the week or early next week. So this is a fun pattern, and it's not my favorite fabric line from her. I like the original blues and aquas and reds and yellows. Those ones, I'm more of a primary color person, but this is fun because she has mixed in some coral, and she has 2 different blues. She has her navy blue as well as like this dusty blue, and then she added in a little bit of brown. So this is a little more muted. So I think it's going to come out super fun. So I'm working on this one. This is my priority right now because they're waiting for me to get it done so we can hang it up in the shop. I also did, this is Maeve fabric by Crystal Manning, I think. Shoot, I know I have it up there on my shelf. Okay, so I did an Amelia quilt. This is Amelia. For those of you who don't know, I have a little girl. She's in kindergarten. She's my youngest. I have 3 boys and then a girl. And there's like a 6-year gap between my boys and then my little girl. And we thought we'd just have another little boy because we make boys real well. And we ended up with a little girl. And her name is Amelia. So this fabric came in, and it's fabulous. I love these colors. And so, of course, I had to make the Amelia quilt with this super fun Maeve fabric. And because I liked this fabric so much, dropping my blocks, I actually did a second. Oh, actually, this is the first quilt I did from the fabric. I just got a fat quarter bundle. And this is called Star Marks the Spot. I paused there for a minute. From Quilt Cakes. So this one is super fun, and it shows off that fabric beautifully. And so I have 2 different fun quilts from this great fabric. Again, it's called Mave. I did this quilt kit. This is a quilt kit my mom gave me. This fabric is not my favorite. It's just not. It was put out by Craftsy. They're not doing, they've kind of completely shut down. So this is an old quilt pattern, but it is a carpenter star. And it was made from fat quarters. So I did put this together just because my mom had given me the quilt kit. And it was a super quick put together. I may do a pattern with a carpenter star because this was super easy to put together. It's just half square triangles and you put them all together. And then mid-November rolled around and I realized I had several different quilts in totally different places that needed to be done. And I had quilt blocks that needed to be put together, and I had ones that were all cut out. I have ones that just needed to go on the long arm. And so what I decided to do is, if not only I had the stuff for the front, but also backing, I was going to finish putting the quilt together and get these on the long arm. So that's what I did. I pulled aside everything that I had so that I could, if I had enough to make a finished quilt, and I put it together. So all of this stuff is ready just to go on my long arm. Well, my long arm. I rent the one at the quilt shop. That's what I have to do because I don't have a long arm. But so one of the things that I had started years ago, well, maybe not too many years ago, maybe a year and a half, was these fun quilt blocks that are Missouri Star did a video with these quilt blocks. I made them a little bit bigger. And so I finished putting this together, and then I seamed the backing. So now it is all ready. So here is my other one. This fabric is Market Street by Heather Peterson, or Anka's Treasures, I think is what it is on Instagram. So I love her fabric line and fabrics, all of her fabrics. And so this was one of them that I just wanted to get finished because I had these blocks sitting around and I'm like, I might as well put the blocks together. So here I have a whole slew of quilts I need to get on the long arm, and then it's going to be time to start making quilts with you. So this is where I'm going. This is another quilt that I'm ready to start, but I'm going to hold back because I know you guys are waiting for me to make some videos and quilt with you. So we're going to work on our first baby quilt together. I'm going to get a few blocks of the free block patterns put out and get a few things filmed before I start anything new and fun for me. The other thing I'm going to do is I picked up this. It's called I Love Ombre Metallic by V & Co. This is metallic. This is ombre fabric. Okay, purples, pinks, raspberries, corals, oranges. I picked this up. It's a half-yard bundle, and I'm going to make, I've been waiting for Quilty Love to put out their heart quilt. I did one last year. I think I did a video on it. So she is releasing her pattern, well, when I film this, tomorrow, Thursday, January 9th, and she always does a quilt along. So this is going to get done in the process, and I'm super excited to be able to cut into this because I bought this in the fall knowing she was going to come out with her new pattern. So, okay, those are the things I'm doing right now, and I hope you will continue on this journey with me. And let's see, don't forget to give me ideas on things you might want me to talk about, any suggestions, any. So I hope you have a great week. I hope you had a great holiday season, and I will see you next week. Happy sewing.